Hello, and welcome to this heart opening yoga flow with a particular focus on opening up the chest, opening up into the upper back and shoulders. So we're starting here in our hero's pose, sitting comfortably on the heels. If this feels uncomfortable, you can always sit in a comfortable seated position, Sukhasana with the legs crossed, or sit on a cushion. So just connecting with the breath, observing the natural inhale and the natural exhale. Encouraging the body to soften and relax, releasing the shoulders. And just observing the natural breath as it flows in and out of the body. Taking a moment to observe how you feel, feeling within the body, feeling within the mind. And using this opportunity to release and let go of any clinging thoughts, coming into a peaceful space. Just you and your natural breath. And taking a few deep breaths here, breathing deep into the belly, breathing into the chest. A lovely long exhale. Again, deep breath in, allowing the breath to expand and flow into the belly, into the chest, into the throat, and exhale, release. So opening the eyes, moving to opening up into the shoulders, placing the hands on top of the shoulders and moving the elbows in a circular way, just taking the elbows forwards and then moving the elbows back. Now preparing for eagle arms. So stretching that arms out in front, placing the right arm over the top of the left and binding into the hands. As you inhale, lift the elbows up slightly, and as you exhale, draw them down. Inhale, lifting the elbows up, and exhale, softening down. Inhale, lifting the elbows up, and exhale, taking the elbows back down. Releasing the arms to the side, straighten the body, and just gently rolling into an upper body stretch and opening. So hands on top of the knees, chest towards the chin, just opening up into the shoulders and the upper back. And then coming back to upright. Eagle arms on the opposite side, left arm over the top of the right, hands are binding. Inhale, lift the arms up, exhale, draw the elbows down. Inhale, up, exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lifting the elbows high, and exhale, releasing the elbows down. Unfolding the arms, opening up again into the upper back, hands onto the knees, rounding into the upper back and the shoulders, drawing away from the spine, chin to chest. Breathing into the body. Inhale, coming up to your upright position. And we're going to prepare for gate pose. So gate pose, coming onto the knees, lifting the hips up high, and extending your right leg to the side. So the left knee is still bent, right leg out to the side, right arm makes its way down the side of the right leg as you lean over towards the right and lift the left arm up towards the sky. And then looking up towards your upper hand, breathing into the body. And then allowing the left arm just to fall over the side of the head, stretching and opening up down the left side of the body. Inhale, coming to upright, arms out to the side. And as you exhale, take the left hand down and reach the right arm up. And then allow the right arm to fall over the side of the head. Breathing into the body. As you inhale, lifting the arm back up to the sky and then lift your right leg up, balancing. And then release. Leg comes down, body comes upright. And we prepare to take our gate pose over to the other side. So extending the left leg out, pointing the left toes towards the top of the mat, arms out to the side, and then leaning over towards the left hand finding the left leg, right arm reaching up to begin with, and then over the side of the head. Stretching and opening up down the right side of the body. Coming to an upright position, and then taking the right arm down, left arm up towards the sky. Left arm makes its way over the side of the head. Balancing as we prepare to lift the left leg up, left arm up towards the sky, and lift your left leg and balance. And release the foot down, coming back up into your upright position, back onto the knees. And we come into tabletop, tucking the toes. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, find downward facing dog. So settling into downward facing dog, moving the body as you feel. Maybe pedaling out through the feet, bending the knees, moving the hips. And then settling into your downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly walk towards the top of your mat. Take a deep inhale as you find your halfway lift, and exhale, find forward fold. Inhale, rising up, coming all the way up to standing, arms reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, hands in towards the heart. Moving to our Hatha Sun salutation. Inhale, arms up, back bend, gentle. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to step back with the right foot, drop the right knee. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky, palms touch. Exhale, hands either side of the front foot, step back into your plank. 8-limb pose, drop the knees. Drop your chest in between your hands, drop the chin, push the hips up. Inhale, press forwards and up into cobra pose. Exhale, finding downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, settling into your downward facing dog. Breathing into the body. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward, seated warrior, drop the left knee. Lift the arms up. Taking the hands either side of the front foot, step forwards and fold into your forward fold. Release the head down. Inhale, rising up, grounding down with the feet, arms up to the sky, palms touch, back bend. Exhale, hands in towards the heart. Inhale, arms up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with the left foot this time, drop the left knee. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, hands either side of the front foot. We're going to step back into our plank, 8-limb pose. We drop the knees, chest in between the hands, chin, push the hips up. Inhale, press forwards and up into your cobra pose. Exhale, finding downward facing dog. Breathing into the body for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, left leg up, left foot forward, seated warrior. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands either side of the front foot, step forwards and fold into forward fold. Release the head down. Inhale, rising up, grounding down with the feet, arms up. Back bend if that feels comfortable, listening to the body. Exhale, hands coming in towards the heart. And coming into your mountain pose. So moving into a little bit more of a deeper back bend, taking the hands into the lower back. So either fingers facing up or fingers facing down, yogi choice. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, start to bend back. Press your hips and your thighs forwards. Shoulder blades drawing in towards the spine. Take the head back if that feels comfortable. Soften the knees. Inhale, lifting back up slowly, slowly. Release the arms. And then we make our way into a forward fold gently, folding forwards, knees are bent. Coming into our dangling pose as we hold on to the forearms or the elbows. And we just maybe find some movement from side to side. Release the head, take away any tension in the neck. Releasing the hands down either side of the feet. Step back into your downward facing dog. Pressing the hands into the mat, chest towards your thighs. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And open up the right foot to the left side. And then we can flip it over. We call rock star. Left foot flips over to the other side. Press your hips up, press your chest up. Back into a three-legged dog. Lift your right leg up. And then take your right foot towards the top of the mat as we come into a crescent lunge. Bending into the right knee. Taking the hands behind the back. Drawing the shoulder blades towards the spine, opening up into the chest and the heart space as we fold forwards into a humble warrior. So arms lifting up behind you, the head and the chest dropping down inside the right leg. Inhale, rising back up. Straightening through the front foot and front leg, as we come into pyramid pose on the right side, hips facing forwards. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forwards. So we're just coming parallel to the floor, keeping the hips level. And then we're going to shift into a revolved triangle. So the left hand is going to make its way outside the right foot. You can use a block. Open the chest towards the right and lift the right arm up to the sky. Revolve triangle. And release. Coming all the way up to standing, lifting the arms up. And as you exhale, we're going to move into goddess pose towards the side of your mat. Feet, toes out, heels in. Drop the tailbone. Come into goddess. Shoulder dips. Dipping your right shoulder towards the left. And then your left shoulder towards the right. And then rolling the shoulders round. And then again dipping to the right. And dipping to the left. And then rolling the shoulders round. Releasing from your goddess, straightening through the legs. Taking the hands onto the hips. Straightening the feet so we can come into a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding forwards. Release your hands down. You can use a block and place your hands on top of a block. And release the head. The weight shifts into the toes. As we come into a wide leg forward fold, breathing into the body. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. And then as you exhale, walk round towards the top of your mat. So you're in a lunge on the right side. Step your right foot back into plank and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. And as you exhale, come back into a child's pose. Inhale onto all fours and into your downward facing dog. Breathing into the body. So left side, we're going to come into a three-legged dog. As we inhale, lift the left leg up and then open the hip, left foot drawing over towards the right side. Then we can flip it over as we move into our rock star. Press the hips up, press the chest up, and then flip back into your downward facing dog with the left leg lifted. Sweeping the left foot towards the top of the mat, crescent lunge on the left side, bending the left knee, arms behind the back, opening up the chest, drawing the shoulder blades towards the spine as we dip forwards into our humble warrior. Chest down, head down, inside of the left leg, arms lifting up behind you. Inhale, rising up, lifting the chest up. Pyramid pose, shorten your stride maybe, hips facing forwards, left foot leading the way. Inhale and exhale, fold forwards into your pyramid, being mindful of hips staying level. Moving into our revolved triangle, so the right arm outer edge of the left foot, lift the left arm up towards the sky. Chest drawing round towards the left, revolved triangle. And release. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, finding your goddess pose, toes out, heels in, bending at the knees. So with shoulder dips, right shoulder left, left shoulder to the right, and then rolling the shoulders up and down. Dip right shoulder down to left, dip your left shoulder down to the right, and shoulder rolls. Straightening through the legs, toes facing towards the side of the mat, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forwards, release the hands down. Release the head down, the weight shifting in towards the top of the feet, into the toes. Breathing into the body. And then inhale, walking the hands around to the top of the mat, lunge on the left, take the left foot back, find your plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose, or upward facing dog. Exhale, finding your child's pose, take the hips back towards the heels, soften the head down. Breathing into the body. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come down onto the belly, so shift your weight forwards, come down onto your belly. So flatten the feet, tops of the feet down, Salambhasana locust pose, so placing the hands underneath the thighs, palms facing up. Okay, chin down, resting on the mat. So lifting your right leg up, and see if you can place your left foot onto the right thigh, and then release. Locust pose on the left. Inhale, lift the left leg up, place your right foot on the left thigh or the left shin, and release. Just softening for a moment, allowing the spine to settle. Taking the hands and placing them at the front of the mat, on top of each other, and the forehead resting on the hands. Releasing into the lower back. So moving the hands back to the side body, so the hands are by the chest. Inhale, pressing up, and making your way into seated position, sitting on the heels, back into your hero's pose. So in hero's pose, we can always use a block in between the ankles. So take the feet wide and place your block in between the ankles. This will take away some of the pressure in the knees if you're feeling it in your knees. Otherwise, if you're able to, taking the feet apart and placing the sit bones in between the ankles. So we're stretching and opening up into the quads. And then if you feel comfortable, you can take your hands behind you and we can recline in our hero's pose. So gently coming down, first of all, onto the elbows. And then pressing the chest up, allowing the head just to fall back. If this is too much, then stay with your torso upright. And then we can come back up onto the hands. Come onto the knees. And stretch the right leg back behind you, just releasing from the knees and the thighs. Just stretching the left leg back. and releasing from your hero's pose. So we've opened up the quads nicely in preparation for our camel pose. So I'm starting off with blocks either side of my ankles, toes are tucked, pressing the hips forwards. You should place your hands into your lower back, and then maybe if you feel comfortable you can release the hands onto the blocks. Press your hips and thighs forward, open up the chest, draw the shoulder blades towards the spine, and then release, taking the hands onto the lower back. And then soften down, come back into seated, into your hero's pose. And then we'll prepare for round 2. So I'm showing you a variation here without the blocks. Hands come into the lower back, press the hips and the thighs forward, and then releasing the hands onto your heels. Keep pressing the hips forward, engage your core, pull your belly button back towards your spine, and then release. Hands come back onto the lower back. Untuck the toes, take a breath. You can sit back in hero's pose for a breath. And then we're ready for the third camel pose, this time showing you a variation with the feet flat. So take your variation, listen to your spine, and gently release now, taking the hands onto the back. And then taking the hands forward, clasping the fingers, let's round through the spine, round through the upper back, draw the chin towards the chest, and then release. Sitting back on the heels for a moment, and slowly folding forwards. So we've come into a closed knee child's pose, releasing the forehead down, allowing the shoulders just to fall over the knees in our closed knee child's pose. If the forehead doesn't quite reach the floor, you can use a block, and the hands can come back behind you and hold on to the soles of the feet. Breathing into the back body, allowing the breath to flow into the lower back, into the mid back, into the shoulders and upper back. And softening the breath. And then on your next inhale, slowly making your way up. Taking the hips to the side and then extending the legs out in front. And making your way onto your backs. So bending the knees, grounding the feet down. We're moving into fish pose. So variation first with the knees bent, placing the hands underneath the sit bones, pressing your chest up towards the sky, press your elbows into the mat and release your crown of your head down onto the mat. And then extend the legs away from you if that feels okay. So fish pose, opening up into the chest, into the heart space. Inhale, lift the head up, bring the feet back towards your sit bones and release the arms to the side. And then allow the knees just to fall from side to side to release from fish pose and from camel pose. So knees just falling from side to side. And then taking the arms down by the side of the body. We're preparing for Supta Baddha Konasana, but option to open the chest a little bit more by placing 2 blocks underneath you. So the first block is long and underneath the shoulder blades, in between the shoulder blades, and the second block is underneath the back of the head. Keeping the neck free, arms come out to the side, soles of the feet come together, lying down butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. If the blocks feel too much underneath the body, you can just release the blocks, soles of the feet together, and the arms can either come up over the head or to the side. So option with blocks or without the blocks. Breathing into the chest, softening into the hips by allowing the knees just to fall to the side, creating this lovely gentle back bend and chest opener, and also opening up into the hips. Deep breaths into the body. And then preparing to release. If you have any props underneath, lifting yourself up and just removing the blocks to the side. And then slowly bringing the knees towards each other as we make our way back down onto the backs, preparing for Shavasana. So if you'd like to grab any props to support you in Shavasana, maybe a rolled up blanket can go underneath the knees if you're feeling any discomfort in the lower back. Or if you want to place something underneath the head, a blanket underneath the head, or if you're feeling like the body's cooling down, you can place a blanket over the top of the body. Just finding your variation that allows you to completely relax and let go in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Connecting to your natural breath, so allowing the natural breath to ebb and flow. And releasing into all parts of the body, softening into the toes, into the feet, ankles, the shins, the knees, the thighs, relaxing the glutes, softening into your belly, allowing the whole of the spine to melt into your mat. Softening into the arms and the hands and the fingers. Creating stillness in the body, a calm breath, and stillness in the mind. As you allow the thoughts just to drift by like the clouds. As we start to come to the end of Shavasana, reconnecting with your body, aware of all the parts of the body that are connected to the earth, finding some movement, just gently moving toes, wiggling the fingers, maybe rolling the head from side to side. And making your way onto your side body. The eyes are still closed. Making your way up into your comfortable seated position. breath is flowing. Having a sense of calm and stillness in the body and in the breath. Connecting to how you're feeling, sensations in the body. And then placing your left hand on your heart space with the right hand over the top. Just feeling into the space. And then placing the hands in prayer position into the heart. Rubbing the palms together, creating a little bit of heat and energy. Hands over the face. Taking a big deep inhale and a lovely big exhale. Let it go. Opening the eyes and releasing the hands. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you.